Hello everyone. I am Sonia, and you are watching WWE Debates. Today, in this video, we will talk about WWE SmackDown, 5 surprises that could happen in this week. It may be argued that the quality of SmackDown shows has been stronger than before lately, but the viewership seems to be stuck just above the 2 million mark. It just seems like the show needs a shot in the arm to become must-watch television again. And this can only happen through a surprise or two, in my personal opinion. What surprises could WWE book on this week's episode of the Blue Brand that'll captivate the audience? In any case, I invite you to leave a comment or two in the section below about which of these surprises you potentially want to see. In case you can suggest a surprise or two, please feel free to become an armchair booker in the comments section. Number 5. Eric Bischoff returns as an on-screen character. Remember the time when Eric Bischoff showed up at Raw 25 and got perhaps the biggest pop of the night behind Stone Cold Steve Austin? It just seems weird that Bischoff is a part of the mix creatively, but he is not used as a television character when he's one of the greatest heels of all time. In fact, his WCW persona even predated Vince McMahon's character, as a corrupt, heel authority figure. I think I speak for everyone when I say that the WWE Universe is sick of seeing Shane McMahon come out on television every single week. McMahon's return was welcome when it happened, but the fact is that he's not his father and does not command the same kind of presence in the ring that his father did. I don't particularly care about match quality, but Shane McMahon is so green in a sense that his in-ring skills are very hard to ignore. Bischoff would make for a more interesting authority figure, I feel. Number 4. As Roman Reigns interrogates the red herring, Bryan and Rowan attack. At the end of SmackDown Live, a strange man who bore a striking resemblance to Eric Rowan was revealed as the man behind the attacks on Roman Reigns by Bryan. One can only assume that Roman Reigns is ticked off and he will be interrogating the man to find out why he would attack Roman Reigns, a person he did not even know personally, out of the blue, presumably backstage. And while this is happening, Bryan and Rowan could reveal their true colors. Bryan does exceptional heel work, where he doesn't become a cool guy that the audience roots for. He aims at being someone the audience cannot stand instead when he's playing a bad guy. Bryan is truly one of the most underrated stars of our time, in my opinion. Number 3. Harper allies himself with Rowan and Daniel Bryan. Lest you forget, someone as talented as Luke Harper is sitting on the sidelines and hasn't been on TV for a really long time now, which seems like a problem. I'd even go so far as to say that Harper was the more talented of the Bludgeon Brothers, in my personal opinion. From what I know, people love Luke Harper backstage, and one can imagine Daniel Bryan lobbying to make him a part of the mix in the ongoing storyline. Could he be a third member of their stable, battling against Roman Reigns? Reigns could potentially align himself with the Usos then, leading to a multitude of possibilities, opportunities, and dream feuds on both WWE brands. With Randy Orton's faction, The New Day, the OC, this trio and the one I've pre-posted with Roman Reigns, 6-man tag team matches could become cool again. Now if only someone can convince Dean Ambrose to return to WWE and in time, align himself with Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns again. Number 2. Asuka turns heel. Unfortunately, only a shadow of the performer she could have been because of the way she's been booked in the main roster thus far, I believe. She came in undefeated, won the first ever Women's Royal Rumble match, and then lost all of her sizzle when she lost to Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania last year. She just has not been the same ever since. While the Kabuki Warriors could have been a very big deal if the Women's Tag Team Championships had any real direction, they've been lost in the shuffle over the past few months. It may be time for Asuka to branch out and head out on her own, in what could be a singles run. Bayley will also need yet another heel opponent after the ongoing title feud Charlotte Flair is done. Asuka and Bayley could go on to have a great feud, because both women are hungry and both women always give it their all when the bell rings. It also gives Kairi Sane the opportunity to branch out and do her own thing, only as a babyface. Number 1. Sting is mentioned in the Firefly Funhouse. Everything that The Fiend has done thus far has been planned in a very meticulous manner, so as to protect the character. Even a 3-minute episode of the Firefly Funhouse has tons of hidden meaning in it if you try and read between the lines, in my personal opinion. So when WWE India put up a poll and Bray Wyatt responded teasing a match against Sting, he could have set things in motion that will lead to a program down the line. Sting's Dark Crow persona would also be a great matchup for the Supernatural Fiend character, and it would also elevate Wyatt as a character quite significantly. Of course, Sting cannot wrestle like he used to in 1993 or even in 2006 for that matter, but then again a match between these two men can be pulled off with smoke and mirrors galore. It would be more about the story of two forces colliding against one another than putting on a match that wrestling purists watch over and over again for the moves. I hope guys you will like this video. And don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching, take care.